decided to do a different kind of video. I decided that I wanted to bake something today, so I thought might as well film it. So yeah, today I decided to make some caramel macaroons or macarons or macarons. Yeah, so let's hope that this recipe works. I'm wearing my apron now and let's get started! Okay, so now we are going to set the oven on multi-cooking, and then we're going to put it at 150 degrees Celsius, which is about 300 Fahrenheit, and we're just going to leave it to preheat. So here are the ingredients we need. So I've got 40 grams of granulated sugar, 2 egg whites, 100 grams of almond meal, or ground almonds or almond flour, and 130 grams of powdered sugar. These are the metric units, but if you prefer using the US measurements, I will put that down in the description below. And you also need food coloring. I've got brown, red, and yellow. For the filling, I've just made my own caramel by boiling condensed milk, and I will link you down to the video on how to do that below as well. It's very simple. So I've got my trusty KitchenAid here, and first we are going to pour the egg whites into the mixer and start whipping. Then you want to add in your granulated sugar and continue whipping that until we reach soft peaks. Now that we've reached soft peaks, we can scrape the side of the bowl to make sure that everything's well mixed. And now we've reached stiff peaks, we can add in our food coloring. A bit of yellow, a bit of red, and a bit of brown. So just fold in your food coloring. We want to get that nice brown caramel color. And then we'll set it aside. So now we're going to sieve the powdered sugar, followed by our almond meal. The finer your almond, the smoother your macarons will be. Now just mix them all together. Now you want to put your meringue base into your powdered sugar and almond meal. Gently fold it in, you don't want to lose any of the air. And now we're going to put it into a piping bag. Here I'm using a sandwich bag because it's just much easier, and I just put a piping tip on the end. Now measure out your baking paper. You can also print out a macaroon stencil that you can pipe over that, but I don't really like it, so I've just gone ahead to pipe it freehand. Maybe, I guess you could pipe them about an inch in diameter. And now you have to tap it really hard to get rid of the air bubbles. And use a toothpick to poke all the air bubbles that have risen to the top. And now we're going to set that aside to let it dry. In the meantime, I've piped out the second batch of macaroons. And the longer you set out your macaroons to dry, the nicer the feet will be. So after about 15 to half an hour, you can tap the side of the macaroon to see if it's dried and pop it in the oven and set it for 15 minutes. As you can see, the macaroons are slowly rising and the little feet have come out. Now when you're halfway through the 15 minutes, at about the 7-minute mark, just pull out your macaroons and turn the tray around so that they would cook evenly. And then now we can take them out. They look so pretty, and then leave them out to cool. So my 2 batches are done. Now we're going to prepare the filling. Just open up that can of condensed milk, which has been nicely turned into caramel, and we're going to put that into a sandwich bag to pipe. So now that the macaroons have cooled, we can now peel them off the baking sheet and start matching them up. It's really important that two shells match each other. You can't have a small one with a big one. All lined up and ready to be filled. Now I'm just piping the caramel filling onto the shells. I did not realize that I was out of frame, so I apologize for that. So that's how the macaroons should look. And they taste so good. And that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!